Hey guys, it's Study here, and today I wanted to announce that I'm coming back to Ruthless. I love this game mode and I'm really excited about it. For those who forgot or maybe doesn't know what Ruthless is, I'll quickly talk about the main differences from normal game mode. In Ruthless you drop way less items and you get way less different additional content per zone, which results in itemization of character feeling more meaningful. All the items that drop from enemies are also more exciting in comparison to normal game where you almost never care about any rare items that you drop from enemies. You only want to craft in the end game. The second difference is you can't buy gems from vendors. You can still get skill gems from quest rewards, but all the support gems and aura gems are drop only. This also results in more interesting dynamic where for each build that you play, you are looking for more different key enabling items to farm for. Another difference is that Ascendancies and Atlas passive tree are completely different in Ruthless. And another difference is travel skills, movement skills, they don't exist in Ruthless. I mean, there is like one dash, quick step skill with a really long cooldown. But yeah, normal travel skills like shield charge, flame dash don't exist, so that results into more meaningful fighting combat gameplay. There is of course many other smaller differences, which I might be talking about later in the future. But for now, like I said, I really love the game mode, I'm excited to come back, and I also really like watching Ruthless. I think it makes a really interesting spectator experience. This is why this time I decided to try to not only stream my progression on Twitch, but also make like update videos of how my progression is happening here on YouTube. So yeah, hopefully it's gonna be enjoyable for you guys, and maybe for those who never tried Ruthless, I could encourage you to give it a go. Who knows? Maybe you'll like what you see. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about how I was preparing for the run. As you can see here, I already created the character, but I plan to start playing it actually only tomorrow. And today, yeah, I was preparing the three main components. The build, right, the character, the loot filter, and maybe also even the early Atlas stream, even though I think it will take like a day or two to get to maps in HC SSF Ruthless, but yeah, it's better to have plan. So like I said, I have some experience playing Ruthless in the past already, and maybe you know I usually play totem builds, but in Ruthless, because you don't get support gems by default, you have to farm for them, you have to drop them from enemies. You can't really play any build you want, or you can't start the league with any build you want. And right now we have this still really powerful Ascendancy Guardian. It provides this Sentinel of Radiance skill and Elemental Relics, which cannot be supported by support gems. So that makes Guardian one of the most favorable league starters for Ruthless. This is why I decided to go for Guardian as well. Maybe if I will drop some very interesting support and aura gems and maybe unique items, I will start a different character. But yeah, for now the plan is to fully invest into a Guardian character. Last time I played Ruthless, it was in Ancestor League, when they introduced the new reward Guardian. And I played Guardian as well. There was a minion build as a res. So this time I want to try something else, and as far as you can see, it is the most popular and hence powerful skill, Mirror Arrow, or so-called Bama. You can't really play Blink Arrow in Ruthless though, so people call this build Mama instead of Bama in Ruthless, since it's only Mirror Arrow. Alright, let's switch to PB here. So here is my level 71 tree. Here I made leveling trees, how I plan to go with this character, how to level it. So by the way, in skill section, I try to show all the mules we need to make. So like I said, you can't buy gems from vendors in Ruthless, so you have to make some mules, but I try to make it like very minimal muling here. So I'm gonna mule duelist, mostly just to get like green gem and start dexterity gem, and start leveling that from early on. Because I plan to farm first Labyrinth and transform green gems into a Mirror Arrow of Bombarding Clones. Some people prefer farming Merciless Lab, but I decided to try to get it from the very first lap and progress through the campaign already with the main skill I want to use in the end game. I'm not sure how tedious it's going to be to do in Ruthless, but we'll have to see. So I'll let you guys know in the next video update if it was a good idea or a bad idea to farm it in the first lap. But anyway, so we create Duelist to get Split and Steel. This gem doesn't have too much of a dex requirement, so our Templar will be able to handle the dexterity requirements for leveling the gem until first lap. So I decided to mule actually 2 Duelists to get 2 Split and Steel, just in case, like 2 gems to have. It's better than 1 gem, right? And it's a really short mule, just kill Helic. But with the first Duelist, also want to complete Mudflats and get Decoy Totem. It's gonna be useful for some boss fights. And then also create a Witch Mule to get the main gem before first lap. It's Raise Zombie and Summon Raging Spirit. So we're gonna be leveling with Summon Raging Spirits and Absolution that we get at level 12 on Templar. So yeah, after Duelist Mule and Witch Mule, and we can start our main character, our Templar. So yeah, Rolling Magma Frostbomb, not so important. We're gonna be using Summon Raging Spirits anyway. Then we get Vitality Ore after Brutus kill. Absolution is gonna be really good for clearing packs of monsters. And SRS is gonna be more of a single target DPS, like a boss skill. At level 16 we can get Void of Conviction to maybe apply exposure to enemies to increase damage of SRS. Probably not gonna be so important either. I would rather spam more SRS than casting Void of Conviction probably. At level 24, Elemental Weakness, so this is really big curse. Really important to not misclick and get specifically Elemental Weakness. It's gonna be really good for Mirror Arrow eventually. At level 31, from Library Quests, from Seyosa, we can buy 1 gem. And I'm thinking about buying Convocation, because from the first lap, we're gonna get Guardian Ascendancy, and we're gonna get this skill, Summon Sentinel of Radiance. You know, this big guy is really slowly moving, so you probably would want to speed him up with using Convocation and recall him in the middle of the pack of monsters. So once we complete the first lap 1 time, we will get this skill, and so it should make it way easier to farm lap at this point, because I would assume that Sentinel Radiance will carry hearts early on. And at level 34 we can get Summon Carrying Golem, which gives a little bit of a damage buff to our Mirror Clones and our other minions. So because this is SRS leveling before the first lap, I try to rush these minion duration nodes from the start. Then we go for some additional damage here. And after that, I have to travel towards the middle of the tree and down here, because this is Bow Mastery. It's cooldown recovery for Mirror Arrow. We're already level 36 here, which is around time we do first lap, right? And hopefully, if I will get Mirror Arrow Transfiguration Gem from the first lap, I'm really determined to try to farm there. Yeah, it's gonna be really important to already have this cooldown recovery by the time I get it. So yeah, quite a bit of traveling here, but I think it should be fine. So after that, level 44, it's already around time where we kill Kitava in Act 5, so quite important to get some additional resistances from tree here and here. Maybe some damage too. And I took some additional minion masteries for accuracy and arrow effect. It's really good, important for Mirror Arrow. And after that, yeah, we take some extra attack speed, minion life, our life, and more minion damage here. And then we travel towards the bottom right part of the tree for additional life, movement speed here, suppression, and even more suppression and lucky suppression. And getting this Flask Mastery is quite important, or quite useful in Ruthless, removing random elemental ailments when using Mana Flask. So early on we probably would need to spam Mana Flask anyway, so removing freeze or shock from our character is gonna be really nice with this mastery. So yeah, by the way, ascendancy-wise, obviously first we take Radiant Crusade for Sentinel Radiance, big boy, doing big damage and also protecting us. Second one is definitely Elemental Relics. This is a lot of damage to Mirror Arrow. Third Ascendancy is debatable. Like, I probably will go for Block Ascendancy, even though some people prefer Radiant Faith or even Time of Need. But yeah, I decided for Bastion of Hope here. So yeah, for now I just stopped this PB at level 71 because it already will take, you know, some time to get here. And on the next video update. I will try to link the further progression of this tree. What do I plan for my character? So this is mostly what we need, right? How to progress the tree and the gems, what to mule, what to get from each quest. Now we can head over to this loot filter, right? Loot filter is also really important in Ruthless. You would think you drop way less items, so why do you need to filter through them even? But the feature of filter we want to use is to highlight items. So for example, at level 15 zone, I highlight all the jewelry that we drop, all the amulets, rings, and bells, with sound effect even, so that we don't, at this point, we don't really have them. We don't have access to a lot of jewelry from vendors and such. So yeah, it's quite important to not miss some valuable loot. I already played Ruthless before, and I set up a really nice filter that I really personally like, so I will link this filter in description as well, for maybe if you want to play along with me in Ruthless, or in the future you will decide to try Ruthless. So yeah, generally, early on I highlight blue items, and then after campaign I hide them mostly, so like level 71, let's say. Most of the blue items are like way smaller. I try to make white items really small. You can't fully remove items from Ruthless filter, so we just make them small and not noticeable. And the last part of preparations, right, is the Atlas tree. It's very early Atlas tree, so from my previous experience playing Ruthless, the Atlas progression usually is hard carried by Kirik, so I decided to rush towards all the Kirik chance nodes on the Atlas tree. I go initially through Alva nodes here, because I also remember that Alva temples are also pretty helpful with progression and with map sustain, because you get like a big additional zone where there's a bunch of monsters you can kill, which all can drop additional maps. And yeah, so here at the bottom right, I'm really excited about the Necropolis League mechanic in Ruthless, to try how it feels to craft items there. I know this is different to normal game modes. You start with only one explicit on items, I think. But yeah, I think like these 4 nodes are the most important for League mechanic to get like way more corpses. So I'll try to get that as early as possible too. So later on we're gonna get second and even potentially third Atlas tree. So I think the earliest, the first Atlas tree should be mostly about the Atlas progression further, right? Like once we will get to 50 Atlas completion, we might think about making some non-map farming, but some gear farming Atlas tree. But this is gonna be for later. Yeah, for now, this early preparations, we don't need to go that far. And here it is, the day 0, the preparation day. So like I said, I plan to start playing this character tomorrow, and I'm really excited about this run. I should probably make a separate video for why I like Ruthless and why you might like Ruthless as well. Like, you never know. There's a lot of different things that I think people overlook and like don't know about, don't notice about Ruthless, and that should be really fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you will enjoy watching my playthrough, and we'll see you guys soon.